So I want to share with you three tools that I use online when I'm trying to scout an area that I plan to hunt. We're going to look at a spot in Idaho. Of course, most of you know I live in Idaho, or if you don't, that's why we talk about Idaho a lot. So we're looking at one of my favorites to get started, and that is gohunt.com. Now at GoHunt, it's focused on helping you understand the opportunities within a state and then also within that unit. We're going to look at whitetail hunting in Idaho in Unit 10A because that's where I live. And I'm going to show you on the other two tools in this tutorial a little bit more detail about that unit. But you can see at gohunt.com, talks about Unit 10A here. We are looking at the whitetail species, whitetail deer. And it talks about archery, muzzleloader, and rifle. Now, the muzzleloader is a controlled hunt. You can buy your archery stand or archery tag over the counter, and you can buy your rifle tag over the counter. It shows you what those seasons are. This season used to be a little later. Actually went into December, and just recently this year they've changed it to November 20th is when it closes. So let's go into that unit a little closer, and we can zoom in on it. If I click on it, now it's telling me that white-tailed deer, I'm looking at probably a 120 to a 140 inch buck is normal, pretty typical. If you're trying to size up the whitetail in that area, then there's your elk and your mule deer. But you can get a lot more information about it, about the area. This is a great little tool here. It even shows you the moon phases. So if you're into that, I can skip ahead, look at November, see when there's going to be a full moon. Just a lot of great information, talks about the elevations. So that's what GoHunt does for you when it comes to getting ready to go hunting. Now let's click over to my next favorite tool. And many of you know this one. We're going to zoom out a little bit. And of course, it's Google Earth. A lot of us know about it, but we don't use it, or we don't know how to use it for hunting purposes. So I'm going to show you how I like to use it. I'm going to zoom in, and yeah, I've already kind of marked up my area here where I want to be. We're going to zoom in on this little area here in Idaho. There's Orfino. I know it's up here on the outside Orfino. This is the Dorshack Reservoir. This is there's a dam here, and it backs up water. It's like 52 miles long. But I'm going to look at this little spot right here on the map. So that's my focus point. I want to draw in here and show you how Google Earth can help me check out this area. All right. So I don't know exactly whose property it is, and we'll get onto that in a second, but I can see that there's some trees here that are a little heavier timber, a lot of open country that's probably been logged off over the years. Definitely lots of water sources. One of the ways that I may choose to hunt this is from a boat. I may run up this lake, anchor the boat, and hike up the hill to check out these areas. So I like to know if there's a launch nearby. I do know there's a boat launch right here, so I can get in there and launch my boat. So we can zoom in a little closer. I want to show you this with Google Earth. We're going to come in here. We'll go to 3D mode over here in the right-hand lower corner. And what that's going to do is that's going to give me a look at the terrain. So now I can see the steepness of the hillsides. We can spin it around here and take a look at how that area lays out. I can see there's lots of roadways and such. I don't know if I have access to those roads or not. I'm not sure if they're gated. A lot of times we use mountain bikes as an access. So if it does have a gate, maybe I can ride a mountain bike down in this area and have a little more of it to myself. So that's one of the ways, and we can get deeper, but I just wanted to show you how Google Earth can help you. And then the last one I'd like to show you is Onyx Maps. Now, Onyx Maps is a tool I use, and it's actually an application on my phone. Many of you probably know about it, but we're going to look at it in a little more detail here. We're going to get over here to the area I want to hunt. There again, there's Orfino. I'm going to zoom in. And this is that same area right here that I was looking at on my Google Earth map. So I'm going to zoom in. And I've got my little layers. I'm going to click over and show you real quick. This is my public land layer. So if I turn that off, that's going to turn off notifications of all the public lands like State of Idaho land, Bureau of Land Management, Forest Service land, things like that. I'm going to turn that back on. And I want to show you, this is State of Idaho. A lot of this land where I'd like to hunt is State of Idaho land, but it also has some private land within it. And I need to know that. So with this app here, Onyx Maps, when I'm hunting that area and using my Onyx Maps, I can make sure that I stay off of these property lines, but I do have access and the ability to hunt all this state land. And then this is Army Corps of Engineers along the lake here, and that too I have access. I know in Idaho that I can hunt that Army Corps of Engineers land. So I hope that helps you understand the value of using a couple of tools online, that maybe you have an area that you want to hunt and you're not sure if that's, what the lay of the land is. You want to find your camping spot. You may even be able to locate just right down to the exact location that you want to camp. And, I could set up my camp in this area possibly. So just a lot of things you can use these tools for. I hope that's helping you out, making e-scouting a little bit easier for you. And as always, if you have any questions about these, go ahead and message me. You can just send me an email to roscoe@greenhornhunting.com, and I'll be glad to reply. My goal is, of course, to help you get comfortable and confident so that you can get out there and hunt. Look forward to sharing more of my knowledge and experience with you in the future, and thanks for watching.